To John S's Sports Channel, where we're going through week 28 of the Championship predictions. Let's start with Coventry versus Millwall, shall we? Coventry in first, Millwall in fourth. Millwall really hanging in there, doing rather well for me. Coventry, yeah, they started to have a blip, haven't they? Coventry win, lose, draw, lose, win last time out, a 2-1 win against Leicester City. And they did really well. Leicester City have been really clinical of late. Millwall, though, draw, win, lose, win. The loss was against Burnley, though, 5-1 in the FA Cup side. To really count. Millwall here doing quite well. You're saying, what are you saying? 2-2, 1-1, 3-2, 2-0. I'm actually going to disagree with all of you here. I'm going to go Coventry 1, Millwall 2 as we go to the next game, which is it's the other clinical club in the Championship. It's Ipswich. Ipswich versus Bristol City. And here we have, let's look at the table. Ipswich in fourth, Bristol City in ninth. Just ebbing away, aren't they, Bristol City? Ipswich win, draw, win. Last time out, 3-0 win against Blackburn. They did a really decent job of it. They seem to be doing just enough to win the games. Quite clinical. Quite often they should be scoring more than they are doing. Bristol City win, lose, win, draw. I mean, sometimes they turn up really well and really well prepared, and other times they just don't seem to be there. And it's one of those things they have been guilty of in the last few years. Last year, not so much so. What are you thinking, Ipswich, Bristol City? 2-0, 2-1, 2-0, 3-1. I'm going to go with one of you. I'm going to go Ipswich 2, Bristol City 1. And we'll go to the Oxford game. Now, Oxford QPR is an interesting game because obviously Oxford are really struggling to stay out of that relegation zone. It's QPR in 11th. It's Oxford now in 23rd, and they were really doing really well, weren't they? Keeping out of it. And Portsmouth seem to have just dropped them in it, don't they? Oxford then lose, win, lose, draw. Quite often those 1 pointers are quite critical in keeping you up. Milton Keynes 1-1, of course, FA Cup, so that doesn't count. But the 0-0 against Bristol City does. And I think that was a really hard fought 0-0 for Oxford. QPR, though, draw, lose, win, lose, draw. And the win was against Sheffield Wednesday 3-0. Should have been a lot more than that. But they played well against a team, Stoke City, that have been really doing quite well. And of late, they've been needing to get a few more goals. They couldn't do here. It was 0-0. So what are you thinking? Oxford QPR 1-3, 0-2, 0-1, 0-2. I think this could be a draw. You didn't give me the option of that, but I'm going to go with Oxford 0, QPR 1. It could be a draw. You couldn't write off Oxford for just winning it 1-0 either. So do be very careful. I think if QPR go here thinking that they're going to win, will it be too much? A little bit of an overconfidence there. We've seen that fail a few times. Preston versus Hull City next, and Hull, they've been playing well. They've actually improved, I think, over the last few games. Preston have had a few injuries. They've started to get a few back, but they're still playing a little bit lacklustre to me. Hull City 5th and Preston in 6th. Preston draw, lose, lose. A Wigan defeat 1-0 in the FA Cup, which is a surprise for me. And a Derby defeat 1-0 at home. 1-0, that wasn't expected from me. Hull City, though, win, lose, draw, win. The only defeat there was Stoke City 1-0. And it was at a time when Stoke City were really good at that back end, but they just wanted to get a goal to win these games, and that's what they did there. Hull City, though, last time out, 2-1 winners against Southampton, and rightly so, I think, rightly so. What are you thinking then for that game? Preston, Hull City, 1-2, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 2-1. Really? All over the place. Thank you very much. I'm going to go with Preston 1, Hull City 2. Sorry for my subscribers there, but I just think that Hull City might just nick this one. Sheffield Wednesday versus Birmingham next. And Sheffield Wednesday, of course, we know they're at the bottom, struggling to get positive at the minute, aren't they? -7 points, 24 for Sheffield Wednesday. Birmingham in 14th. They keep sort of just riding the wave, aren't they, in the middle? They expect to be higher. They were higher at some point, but Sheffield Wednesday, draw, lose. Preston defeat, QPR defeat, Brentford defeat. Okay, we allow that one. Portsmouth defeat 1-0. And Portsmouth really took their time here, didn't they? Wednesday, I did think they were going to draw this 1-0. Birmingham then, draw, lose, win, and draw. The 2-3 win against Cambridge can't count. The other one was Coventry, though. 3-2 win at home to Coventry. So they can play some good football. 1-1 against Swansea last time out, and Swansea have been a bit lacklustre as well for me, and they can score goals. Will they be able to do it this week? Let's wait and see. Sheffield United versus Birmingham. Sheffield Wednesday versus Birmingham. Oh my God, I'll get shot. Sheffield Wednesday, Birmingham 0-2, 0-2, 0-2, 0-1, 1-3. I'm going to go with Sheffield Wednesday 1. Birmingham 3. I think they will score. Sheffield Wednesday, just not enough to win it. Swansea versus Blackburn. I said, didn't I? Will Swansea get that bug and be able to score a few now? Swansea in 16th, Blackburn in 20th, and realistically 33 points. Swansea now just thinking, we can just about get that to that point where we're not going to be worrying about the relegation teams catching us up. They've got that insight, haven't they? So they now need to start scoring so they can get higher up the league, because that's really flat, that top end. And if they get in that, anybody can get into that 5th and 6th slot, I think. Swansea versus Blackburn. Swansea, lose, win, lose, draw. West Brom and then Birmingham. They've been into the Midlands twice and got a really good pair of draws there. And 2-2 and 1-1, which is showing that they are starting to put it in the net. Blackburn, 0-0 for their first two there, 5 and 6 games ago. Draw, lose, draw, lose. And those draws have been 3-0 and 1-2 against Charlton. Ipswich 3-0 defeat last time out. Doesn't look like they're doing very well, does it? Do have a not scoring run, isn't it? When the last time they scored 2 against Charlton. Apart from that, it's 0 all the way through the other 5. I think that Swansea must be where you're going here. Swansea Blackburn 1-1, 3-1, 1-0, 2-1 and 2-0. There are people here thinking that Blackburn will indeed score. I'm actually going to agree with one of you. I'm actually going to go Swansea 1, Blackburn 1. But if anybody wins it, it must be Swansea, mustn't it? So let's have a look at the next game, which is West Brom versus a very, very improved Norwich side. Just first of all go through the positions here. So we've got West Brom in 19th, a lot lower than what I thought they'd be, and Norwich in 22nd. Why are they down there? I have said that they will get out of it. I think they will. I think they will improve. Are they doing at the minute? I did say they were. They are indeed. West Brom, lose, win, lose, draw, lose. And last 2 games, Swansea 2-2 draw, and then a Middlesbrough 2-3 defeat. So do look at that. They are scoring, and they're scoring quite regularly, West Brom, and they're at home. But then against the Norwich City side, win, lose, win, lose, win. The last but one was an FA Cup 5-1 home win to Walsall. You'd expect that, wouldn't you? Wrexham, though, 1-2, a 2-1 away win against a side that really does rock that scoring chart, doesn't it? They know how to score, but they also know how to let them in. Well, West Brom didn't let them score their usual 2, 3, 4 goals. So, well, 3 goals. So, what are you thinking? Because this is going to be an interesting one. West Brom versus Norwich. Because I can see both sides have an ability here to win this one. which is why I've gone for what I've gone for. West Brom, Norwich, 1-3, 2-1, 2-2, 1-1, 1-0. I'll go for the majority of people here really going for draws. I'm going to go for a high-scoring one. I'm going to go for West Brom 2, Norwich City 2, as we move to Charlton versus Derby County. Now, Charlton, I think when they went up, they would have been happy that everybody else was saying they were going to get relegated. They'd be happy that they get somewhere in mid-table. Charlton are in 18th against Derby County in 12th. And Derby County have been able to score, and they've got a really good front line. But it's not been scoring to the extent that I thought it would do. Charlton have been all over the place, and I don't think they've really settled down. Charlton lose, draw, lose, win. Last time out though, it was a dogged game, wasn't it? Sheffield United win at home 1-0, and that's about the best I can say about that game. It was a dogged, determined game to make sure that they didn't lose it. Derby County though, draw, lose, win. Lose, win. Like I say, I don't know where they can score. I know they can score, and I think they may turn that around, much like Norwich City have. But Charlton Derby is going to be a very tough game. I don't know whether there's going to be a lot of goals in it. You're agreeing with me. Charlton Derby, what are you saying? 0-1, 0-1, 0-2, 1-2. I'm going to go with 1-0, and I'm not telling you which way just yet. I think this could be either way round. That's the reason. I think that it's going to be 1-0 either way. I'm going to go with Charlton 0, Derby 1, but really 50-50 either way for me. Wrexham versus Leicester to finish this game day off. If I go to the right game, would be a good idea. Wrexham versus Leicester. Wrexham scoring very, very well, aren't they? They're regularly scoring quite a few goals. And Leicester City, how clinical can they be? They might get 3 shots on target and they'll score 2. They really are doing well. However, Wrexham, win, draw, lose. The first game there in that series of 6 was a 5-3 win against Sheffield United, no less. 2-1 win, 2-0 win, 2-1 win, 3-3 draw against Nottingham Forest, for God's sake. And a 2-1 defeat to Norwich last time out. But like I say, Norwich have improved. I think they underestimated Norwich because they've been playing really poorly. And if you think somebody's going to play poor against you and you don't realise that actually they've improved, it can knock you for 6. And Norwich did that in that game. It was perfectly timed. Absolutely by Norwich. Really well. The mind game there was really good by Norwich City. Leicester City, though, very clinical. Lose, win, lose, win, lose. The last time out, a rather surprising defeat. I know it was a Coventry defeat. So, 2-1 to Coventry there. And I thought the clinicality of Leicester would win it. But Wrexham, Leicester, what are you thinking? 2-1. 1-2, 0-1, 3-1 and 3-3. I think this is going to be a high scoring game. Absolutely, totally agree with you. I'm going to go for 4 goals in this one. Which way round? No, it could be either way round. It really could be either way round. But I'm going to go with Wrexham 3, Leicester 1, because I know Leicester's backline can occasionally be just a little bit iffy. But like I said, their clinicality up front is going to be the case, isn't it? We go to the following day then, Southampton versus Sheffield United. And if I say the right team this time, it would be really, really handy. So Southampton have been really struggling. Was it 8 games without a win so far? Will they get one against Sheffield United, or will it be 9 without a win? Sheffield United are in 17th. The home team, Southampton, are in 15th. And they're not doing... I mean, Sheffield United have actually won 10 games and only drawn 2, whereas Southampton have only won 8, but they've drawn 9. And you can see here that the problem is just getting that draw into a win, isn't it? Southampton lose, draw, lose, win, lose. 4-0 defeat away to Middlesbrough was an absolute shocker. I didn't realise how badly they played. You looked at it and think, that's not Southampton, is it? They've been very unlucky sometimes. I mean, I think they sat back against the Doncaster, didn't they? Doncaster win 3-2 away, and they sat back and Doncaster came back from 3-0 to 3-2, and I thought they were going to equalise us at that. Last time out, 2-1 home defeat against Hull City, but Hull have been improving, like I said. And I think this is another one of those cases where Southampton thought this was going to be an easy win. So they've done. They sort of got hit by a side they thought they'd really find quite easy. I said it's 8 games without a win. We're not counting the FA Cup. We're not counting the FA Cup. Obviously, there was a win there for Southampton against Doncaster Rovers, but realistically, you can't count that when we're looking at the Championship. Sheffield United, however much you want me to. Sheffield United, dear, my local team's Portsmouth, so I can't. Sheffield United win, lose, win, lose, lose. Shock lose in the cup, loss in the cup to Mansfield 4-3, and it just shows you this side can't. I mean, I don't think they're bothered. I think they just want to get up. They just want to get promoted, and try and get back up to the top from right down near at the bottom. But the Charlton game, 1-0 defeat away at Charlton, and they would have been bitterly disappointed in that because up to that point they've been scoring plenty, and it's almost like free flow scoring, isn't it? They just didn't in that game, and I think that that 1-0 defeat after that FA Cup exit was a bit of a kick in the teeth. Southampton versus Sheffield United then. What are you thinking? Because both of these teams can absolutely fly up front, but they can also be really, really poor at the back. And I wouldn't go against a 3-3 draw, to be honest. Southampton, Sheffield United, what are you thinking? 1-1, 2-3, 2-2, 2-1, 3-3. I'm really tempted with a 3-3. I'm really tempted with it. But I think that Sheffield United, for me, that blip against Charlton, they'll want to fight back from that, won't they? Southampton 2, Sheffield United 3. The non-winning run of in the Championship, of course, for Southampton would go on. It's Watford versus Portsmouth next, and my local side, Portsmouth, are away at a side that can indeed score quite a few, can't they? They from the beginning of this Championship season, they showed that they can score 2 or 3 goals a game without much of an issue. Watford win. Let's just look at the positions. first. Watford are in 8th. Portsmouth are in 21st, and they're literally 1 point above Norwich in 22nd. But like I said, they're improving. They're getting the points. Portsmouth aren't. Let's see what the form says. Watford win, lose, loss in the FA Cup against Bristol City. So you could sort of accept that as a game. Watford lost at home to Millwall, and Millwall actually have been improved. I quite like Millwall, and that's why I've said that Millwall, I think, will scupper Coventry with a 2-1 win this week. Portsmouth, though, draw, win, lose, win. Championship 5-0 thrashing by Bristol City. It could have been more as well. Arsenal 4-1 thrashing, and it really was a dismal performance. And then Sheffield Wednesday, and even this was a really horrifying performance by Portsmouth. They managed to get a 1-0 win. God only knows how. And I tell you what, that was very, very lucky. Has Watford wheels fallen off? No, I don't think so. Has Portsmouth got back on the rails? Yeah, I don't think so there either. Sorry, Portsmouth fans, and I have to work with them. Watford, Portsmouth then, what are you thinking? 2-1, 2-1, 3-1, 3-0, 3-0. I think that, it could be a 3-0. It really could. I'm going to go with Watford 2, Portsmouth 1, purely because 2 people said that, and the other option was the 2 people who said 3-0. 2-1, 3-0. I think there's going to be 3 goals in it. Stoke City versus Borough to finish with then. And, Stoke City scoring lots, doing well. That defence for once has been really good. Stoke City in 7th, Middlesbrough in 2nd. But Middlesbrough haven't been playing all that well for me. I know they're up there, but if you look at the form, you'll see what I mean. Stoke City, draw, lose, win, 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 draw. Stoke City 0-0 draw against QPR the last time out. And I think that Stoke City will be feeling a little bit aggrieved at that because they really did run this game absolutely ragged. They just couldn't get many of those 14, 15 shots on target. I think about 2 or 3 that got on target. So, they've got to be a bit more clinical in front of goal, haven't they, Stoke? Borough, though, draw, lose, win, lose, win. In those last, one's FA Cup, so in the last 5 championship games, they've won 1 game, and it was the last one, 3-2 win away at West Brom, who, aren't doing very well themselves, so they should have done a lot better. Certainly letting 2 goals in against West Brom was pretty dismal. I know it was away at West Brom, and they can score, but I think that Middlesbrough, a good Middlesbrough side in 2nd position, should be able to do a lot better than that, shouldn't they? So what are you thinking? Stoke City versus Middlesbrough. 1-3, 0-1, 1-1, 0-1, 1-1. So everybody here going for either a Middlesbrough win. Because and I just feel like you're doing it because they're 2nd in the league, and obviously they're going to win, aren't they? But I actually think Stoke City's form and current form is a lot better than Borough's, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that West Brom game. I thought it was quite dull. Okay, 4-0 home win for Borough against Southampton, but then Southampton, 7 games without a win in the Championship. You'd expect them to win it, wouldn't you? I'm actually going to go with Stoke City 2, Middlesbrough 1. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe and give me a like if you can. Just keep the channel going. Remember, John Esther Sports Channel, like and subscribe.